Welcome to the City Current Show, powered by Hagen Botham Insurance and Financial Services.
This show focuses on sharing good news and powering the good in our community. Now here's your host, Andrew Bartolotta.
Welcome to the City Current Show, where we bring you uplifting stories of individuals and organizations making a positive impact in our community and around the globe. I'm your host, Andrew Bartolotta, and today we're joined by someone whose work you've definitely seen around town, whether you realized it or not. From stunning balloon arches to eye-catching party installations that turn heads and transform spaces, she's the creative force behind Ballooned and Knotted. Joining us is Jennifer Collura, a Las Vegas transplant who's made a big impact in the Mid-South party scene in a short amount of time since she and her family have moved here. We'll hear her journey from part-time decorator to full-time CEO, the challenges of launching in a new city, and the business of bringing beauty to celebrations. Jennifer, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks so much for having me, Andrew.
Of course. Okay, for those who don't know you yet, can you tell
Yeah.
us a little bit about yourself, your background, and what brought you to the Mid-South?
We moved here to the Memphis area for my husband's job with FedEx, which I soon came to learn that this is FedEx town over here.
Yes.
So that's how we ended up here. I have two children and a Bijan baby. I say he's my best child. Yeah, I'm an Italian American, first generation Italian here. And I'm a creative. I'm a creative business person apparently now.
Yes. Okay. In your background, you worked in the event space in Las Vegas. You come to the Mid-South and you go, hey, I'm going to start a business. What was the moment that made you think, I'm going to start Balloon and Knotted here?
Yeah, totally. So before I entered in event industry, I was in luxury retail sales and retail management. And then from there, I was a stay-at-home mom for a bit. And then I had an opportunity to work for one of the largest event companies in Las Vegas, which is Boss Babe Balloons and Bouncers. She was a friend of mine and she was looking for someone to assist her. And I thought, because I am a creative and it's something that I enjoy doing, I thought, hey, maybe I should see if it's something that I'm good at, if I enjoy it, and just give it a go. So I ended up starting to get into this industry and the decorative part of things in the event space through my friend. And I really loved it. And she even told me, she's like, you were born for this. You're so good at it. You're great. It's just natural. And I enjoyed it. So I got to do something that I enjoyed. It worked with my schedule. It was fun. I had the best time. I mean, people either love Las Vegas or they hate it. I am a fan. I love Las Vegas, but I mean, we got to do really cool things, go onto the strip and go into the casinos and go into pools to do balloons, like all these fun things. How could you not love that? I mean, at least for me, it was so fun. When we moved over here, I didn't know exactly what I was going to be doing. It was a quick turnaround time of our life upheaving and changing completely. I was focused on getting the kids situated. And once we got them in oriented and everything, I said, okay, I need something to be able to integrate into the community with. I'd like to do something that could be a hobby, that could also be lucrative, that I enjoy, that I'm good at. And I was like, you know what? Let's just see. I wasn't sure if the market here was going to be receptive to it, if it was something that people really were into, because I'm not from here, not familiar so much yet. And I just gave it a go and it blew up.
I guess we started following each other online shortly after you moved here, because it feels like I've been following Balloon and Knotted forever, but you really just celebrated your first anniversary.
Yeah,
So it's crazy how fast
a lot in a year.
has grown. Yes, exactly. And so walk us through the early days of Balloon and Knotted. What were your first few creative jobs and installations like?
I started to reach out to local businesses to introduce myself because, again, when I say not knowing anyone, I didn't know a single person here otherwise through Facebook, just trying to reach out to say, oh, hi, I'm new here type thing, but I didn't know anyone. And so I reached out to businesses, which was how without it being awkward, it's kind of like a natural, neutral place to say, hi, I'm a new business. I'd like to tell you about what I can offer. And that's kind of how I started to step into things. Some local, like Stud Muffins was one of the first ones. The One was another one. There was a lot of local businesses that gave me the opportunity to showcase my work. And so we just started by doing, it was Easter time when I started. My grand opening was in April. So it was, around Easter. So we just started by showcasing some simple Easter things like with bunnies and pastels. Chick-fil-A was another one who gave me an opportunity. So by people then starting to see kind of a elevated design in balloon art, they were noticing it, and I was able to then showcase that online as well. I did share some of my previous work, which allowed people to kind of get an idea of what I offered as far as style and design. But that's how we started to get into it, was through the local businesses, through the Easter setups, and that's how I got my stepping stones.
And it's so cool to then be in the community with my family and seeing your installations, whether it's at Tanger's Scare on the Square and those
That was fun.
incredible uh,
Thank you.
Halloween setup that everyone was, there was a huge long line taking pictures.
That was
Or-
fun.
Yeah, or if it's going into Stud Muffins and picking up a meal for your family, and I'm with
Yeah.
my daughter and she's like, I have to take your picture in front of this. It's so cool. And
I,
and she recognizes just the
oh,
creative aspect of it.
yeah.
Your approach and style is unique. Talk about the world of balloon and party decor and what sets you apart from others.
Yeah, it's a great question. And like I always tell people, it you get what you pay for in a sense as far as the professionalism and the technique and the training and all of that thing. So what sets me apart is I like to start with the technical parts of it, as I'm licensed and insured. I've been professionally trained. I have all those things in place. There's certain elements to setting up an event that, just like anything, if you were to bake a pie for the first time, you don't know what you don't know until you go to do it, right? So you can have the directions, but until you get your hands going, it's a different beast. So I offer the experience of having been exposed to different environments, different, whether it be outdoors, different weather elements, different challenges that can arise with potential damages to props or just changes in the environment overall. So the technical part of it, we offer the tools needed. What a lot of people in the industry prefer to not have like the transportation element to it. They might rent it out. I have it constantly on hand. I have all the tools on hand as far as the weights that might be needed, the boards, the backdrops. I've invested a lot back into the company. So as we progress, I keep adding on new fun elements. So it's kind of becoming a one-stop, being able to rent a cart, a cake stand, a board, a backdrop, the balloons, the stands, the florals. So we offer more variety. We have the technical parts of it, the liability parts of it, the variety parts of it, and then the thing that I always say, and it's my way, and it doesn't make it the right way, but it's my way. It's just your vibe. It's just your style. It's like an artist. It's like when you go get your hair done. Like it's just going to be my creative touch, I guess you would say. So it's just my approach of something that someone else could do. I mean, in Italy, I'm Italian, like everyone's family could make the same sauce, but it's going to taste different. And my nonna's is going to be better than your nonna's because it's my nonna. But you
Exactly.
know what I mean?
Yes, and I will say it's so fun to follow you on social media because one, you do a great job of showcasing your products and services in a unique way, but also the quality. I mean, you just did a this like really stepped up Ralph Lauren like
Oh
baby
my gosh, I know.
scene, and
I'm
it's just
obsessed
like
with
you
it.
knocked it out of the park.
Thank you.
Like I mentioned, the Tanger Halloween event in South Haven, that was incredible. But
Yeah.
even just the how long it lasts,
Oh, yeah.
I have previously, my children are toddlers now, but for their first birthday, my wife and I were like, we're gonna do Frozen themed. And guess what? We are going to do a balloon arch. We're gonna do it ourselves and we're gonna get it
Yeah.
from Amazon.
Luck.
And we open the box and we go, oh, wow, we are way over our heads. We don't have
Yeah.
the time. We don't have the creativity. We don't have the knowledge to know even how to do it.
Yeah.
So that was a major fail in a just box.
Right,
But
right.
now that you're in town,
Yeah.
there's no excuse because we
I
want
mean, come
one
on. I
to do
got
it,
you.
right? Um, But then also like being a friend of Beans and Leaves in Silo Square, I mean, they still have their balloons
I
from their
know.
birthday in December. And
I
so I
know.
mean it's crazy just the quality and how it lasts, but also the intentionality. And I love that you always have this like surprise factor.
Yes.
So talk about maybe, and I know you can't pick a favorite, but share maybe one project that stands out in your mind as particularly special or meaningful.
Okay. As far as one of the installs.
Yes.
Okay. Um, well, and again, I always say I don't have a favorite, and I genuinely mean that because I take pride and put effort into all of them. I really do love, they're like my babies, my events, they're
Yeah.
like little babies. I kind of right now am a little obsessed, like you said, with the Ralph Lauren setup that just happened. I love it so much. It was so good. And I think the reason why is my favorite scenario with a client and an event is when the client has an idea, but they also are open to creative freedom for me to suggest what we should do with it. So if the client, which this was also another great thing with that event, and what makes an event really great for me is when the clients are positive and open and kind, and it just makes the whole thing like so
Yeah.
fun, right?
Yeah.
Because you could do like the most magical setup in the world, and if the client is just like, nah, you're like, oh man, like you're trying so hard, and it just anyway. So the
Especially
client,
when you're so invested in it as well.
yes, I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm over here, blistering my fingers, crying, trying to make things. Anyway, so the client was great. She was really open to the idea of giving us some creative freedom. So my assistant Juliet hand painted, not just like painted, but like hand painted that Ralph Lauren bear. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It was like magical.
Yeah.
And then like even as something as simple as like letting me choose which wallpaper for the accent panel, so that I could say, okay, this color, this pattern would go good with these colors, and like adding in the touch of the fresh baby's breath in the balloons, and the custom sign that was like wood. It's like a wood custom sign, like on the thing, and like the dessert cart next to it with like the fresh floral arrangement. I don't know. It was just so good. It was so good.
It takes anybody's event to the next level. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
And
what it's
here's
all
the
about.
thing, there's a time and place for everything, right? So, somebody might not want all the extra things, and we definitely also cater to like something more simple. Totally here for it, because again, time and place for everything. It's equally as special, it's equally as important. I mean, sometimes I'll have something as simple as a grab and go where someone's like, "Hey, I'm just doing something real basic and simple. Can you do this?" And I will still put like my love into it, and like even if it's like, this big, like I'm going to put my effort and love into it. It's equally as important. I always say, there's clients who spend hundreds, there's clients who spend thousands. And to me, I'm grateful that you're trusting me to make your event special. So whoever's spending what, it doesn't matter. It's like, that's somebody's birthday. I want it to feel good, or a baby shower, whatever. So.
What advice would you give someone that's starting a business that has maybe worked in the field where they want to start the business but didn't take the leap to become a business owner?
Even for myself, because my husband actually encouraged me for quite some time to try to do this, even before we even moved here. But he was very, you can totally do this, Jen. You should totally do it. This is your thing. You can do it. And I think what happens with people, myself included, is we get in our own head about our ability to do something. And well, what if I fail, or what if someone doesn't like it, or what if it's not good enough, and who cares? So I guess what I want to say is, you don't know until you try. And ultimately it's in within you to just go for it and just give it a shot. At least you'll know you tried to do so. Sometimes we're our biggest enemy, sometimes just doubting ourselves. So that, and also key is being organized. Like I think in any business, just being organized and chatting with people who have gone before you, and
Mhm.
having opinions, whether you use them or not. You get as much knowledge as you can, as much organization, and just trust your gut and go for it.
I think having that baseline of information from others, and you even have like a highlight on your Instagram of like business chronicles and stuff. And so you can go back and look at like, okay, have a bank account, and then I go on
Yes.
ebook and like,
You learn so much. Yeah.
yes, you do learn so much. And then relinquishing that head trash that you
Yeah.
continue to have, those doubts and those fears
Yes.
and the comparisons that you have on social media, and you just go for it. And it's
Yes.
so fun to see. It's encouraging to see others do it like you as well, because then
Yeah.
even if they're in a completely different industry, they go, if Jennifer can do it, so can I.
I had a friend recently start a cleaning company in Florida because, oh, it makes me want to cry, but she's like, I saw you did it. And I said, I can do this, So it's like, it's great, and other people inspired me the same way maybe I inspired her. But yeah,
I
we're
love
all,
that.
yeah.
We've learned about Balloon and Nada. We've learned about you, Jennifer, and your family. How do we get in touch with you? Where do we go to
Yes.
your installs? And then, of course, work with you.
We tend to book out 1 to 2 months in advance. So it's great. Some people think they don't realize that like 2 months out is not too soon to book, to get at least your information down. I will always do my best to jump through hoops to get those last minute orders if I can, but 1 to 2 months out is what you want to do. We have platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. I try to keep everything right now on Instagram. We're looking at maybe doing a website. It's a weird world, social media, like the way we do business now. It's like, because you get emails, Facebook, this, that. So I try to keep it in one and just post on the others. But anyway, Instagram is great. Ballooned and Knotted, spelled out just like that. We can also, if people want to reach out via email, balloonedandknotted@gmail, but yeah, we're here for all of the upcoming events. Anything you need, we're here to cater to it. We do birthdays, baby showers, corporate, personal. We do grand openings, reopenings, remodels, baby showers, graduations, promposals, anything you need, we got you. And it's not just balloons too. So let's say in the event, for example, there's certain places that may not be able to incorporate balloons, like the zoo. Like we can do a backdrop with fresh florals or fake florals, or just a painted backdrop, or props, or anything. So basically anything that is an event, anything of an occasion or a celebration where you want to create an impact or a memorable photo op or anything like that, we can create it,
Jennifer, thank you so much for coming on the City Current Show, for working with businesses and individuals, families across the Mid-South and beyond, and
Absolutely.
for powering the good.
Thank you so much for having me. I look forward to hearing from all the people out there with the new fun events, and we'll share all the fun photos.